All-time's favorite beam, Bear Druid build, is making his way back to the meta, and it's now the most optimal way to play her. What do you guys think of easy builds on tanks? Do they healthy to the game? Or should they increase the complexity of the all-tank specs across the board? Let us know in the comments below. So starting things off, Blood Death Knight sees his rise with recent buffs and have potential to be one of the best tanks of coming season. With new talent tree rewamp now, we have much better positioning to access to good utility package, especially for Mythic Plus. With the War Within expansion, we're starting to see more play, and it performing pretty well by running Vestigial Shell and Gorfiend's Grass talents. Vestigial Shell gives us an ability when casting Anti-Magic Shell. It also grants 2 nearby allies a shell that absorbs magic damage, and reduces the duration of harmful magic effects that can be helpful on hard boss encounters or pulls with a lot of casters. Gorfiend's Grasp is good ability by itself, which help a lot with grouping mobs. But going deeper for Tightening Grasp may seems at play in dungeons where shorter cooldown and silence for 3 seconds can be playing huge role. With the medium passive tier set, which works on its own and does not require additional attention and good hero talents, we can confidently put Blood Death Knight into A tier. The biggest winner coming out of preseason has been everyone's favorite Guardian Druid. Druid received a decent amount of changes through the beta cycles, and now with 2 strong hero talents tree and good enough tier sets will lead out tier list as potential the best tank of the new expansion. Good amount of active and passive damage reductions, availability of Battle Resurrection, and Mark of the Wild, which extra large off-healing potential put Guardian Druid ahead of other tanks in S tier. And with recent VDH nerfs, we can evaluate Mark of the Wild way higher. Speaking of VDH, who was the single-handled best tank for the last couple of seasons, now receive crucial nerfs after nerf. From losing one of the best tier sets in the game, to the nerfing game-changing talents and passive. Illuminated Sigils has been nerfed and now provide only 1 charge on Sigil of Misery and Sigil of Silence, which prevent from control huge pack of mob solo. On top of that, Chaos Brand now provide only 3% magic damage buff. But even after all the nerfs, VDH, still one of the best mob control across any tanking spec, as well as higher damage across the board. So overall, definitely has a place in meta, and you will find him in S tier. However, with mediocre tier sets and bugs, sometimes even not working hero talents, we expect to VDH drop down to A tier, or with some Guardian Druid nerf, even became S+ tank. Another one left out spec is Protection Paladin. Can rightfully take the title of biggest loser of the patch. Despite the very strong growth in DPS with new hero talents and massive amount of kicks after Blizzard changed the way the casts work, tons of saves and utility for your team. Anyway, despite all of this, Protection Paladin feels kinda squishy and require more compared to most of the tanks. We look forward to soon buffs. But for now, unfortunately, we have to move Paladin down the list. And are you sick of farming the same dungeon over and over again? Well, here we turn this farming nightmare into satisfying experience. Check out our world of Warcraft services for leveling, mounts, and Mythic Pluses. Our service really work. That's why we have hundreds of satisfied customers. And you can get 10% discount for first purchase. So, what are you waiting for? Click the link in description below. Protection Warrior is another solid choice for tanking. Hero talents and very good tier set puts right to the top and compete with others' tank specs. Protection Warrior is performing exceptionally well in coming Season 1 with Spell Reflection proving to be useful in a lot of scenarios. As always, Protection Warriors may suffer if anything cannot be blocked or reflected and often rely on healer to survive, but once pack is established, raw damage and group control make it all. Depend on Mythic Plus comp with Battle Shout Warrior can be S tier. But looking on overall DPS ranking for group, we confidently can set Protection Warrior as A++. But all of this don't matter if fun not detected for you. So play what you like and have fun with us. See you on the next video.